Hi friends, so I guess the one thing that about my setup is that it is incredibly boring. There's really not much to look at. I've come to realize it's really, really boring. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Maybe I gotta get myself a new background, something with a bit more color. I'm not sure. But definitely need to get some light on my face, so I might have to succumb after my next paycheck and get a vanity light. That might have to be the key. What if I put it like that way? Oh, that's better. There we go. Hi, welcome to my channel. We're about to wow, hot mess. We're about to dive into the KyoAni anime titled Hibike Euphonium or Sound Euphonium. Usually I post it under the English name, so obviously it'll say Sound Euphonium. I am very excited, and I was a little hesitant on the show for a couple reasons. One, because I heard it's a little angsty, and I don't like angst. Why always the music anime is angsty? But also because I have a music background. So give myself a little bit of my, I guess, school resume is I've been playing an instrument pretty much since 5th grade. Ended up actually playing the saxophone. I've actually touched it in a long, long time. Probably since, probably 8 years now. I haven't really touched a wind instrument, and I do miss it, but it's much easier to just strum on a guitar, which I have not touched for 2 years, because I let my life go insane. Anyway, the point is, I probably am going to be more connected to the events and the situations in this series than I am with Your Lie in April. I love Your Lie in April, but I'm not a piano player, though I know a bit of piano music. I can read it. I own a violin, but don't play it, so I should probably sell it or give it away since I've never played it. But I don't really, that's not really my forte. Soloist, duets, not my thing. But ensembles I have a lot of experience with. Because, yes, I've been a part of band as a saxophonist since, I was 5th grade. And then I was in band in elementary, in middle school, and high school. And then in high school, not only was I part of jazz band, I also did winter guard sometimes. But at the same time, I also was the drum major in my high school. So for my high school drum major, no, we don't play drums. So I did know a little bit about percussion, but not much. Drum major was pretty much the student leader. So what we did for our school is that you became a drum major your junior year, and you grandfather into it your senior year, and then you were the senior drum major and the junior drum majors. So I was drum major for my last 2 years of high school. Like I said, did winter guard, so I have a little bit of experience with flags and rifles. Never got to really play too much with sabers. Did that. Did jazz band a little bit. And then in college, I was part of the marching band the first 2 years. Now, university marching band is very different than a high school marching band, unless you went to a really, really cool, very caring, very intense, passionate school. So if you did, you probably had people who really cared about their music, cared about how they sounded, how they projected. And my freshman year, we were like that. But then we also had some jerks. I don't know what happened, but class of 2012, we had some jerks that came in, and who for some reason, they just screwed around. They would take it seriously sometimes, but most of the time they wouldn't. And then we had some other problems to do with, we had one of those band directors that let his temper get to him, the best of him. And apparently he was like that his whole career. I don't even know if he's still alive. He retired a handful of years ago, but the point is, focusing here, I have experience with ensembles, I have experience with band, I have experience with competitions, with frustrations, with losses. So there's probably going to be a lot more in Hibike Euphonium. I'm probably going to say Hibike Euphonium. There's probably going to be a lot more in this anime that I'm going to connect with than I did with Your Lie in April. So I'm probably gonna it's probably gonna hurt my heart a little bit because I'm probably the angst in the series I'm going to be very familiar with. Oh gosh. Man, I'm so washed out. I'm so pale. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to say. If you're, but this is our newest iteration for Anime Thursday. For previous iterations, we did Your Line April. Previously, I had season 2 of Your Camp and A Place Further in the Universe. I've also done season 1. Now, some of those videos have been blocked, unfortunately, for season 1 in particular. I did Your Line April, like I said. I also did Decadence. So I've done, usually with the purpose of Anime Thursday animes, is something a little bit different than the typical shonens or big series. Now, what's different with Hibike Euphonium is that most of the Anime Thursday animes I focus on are one season, or they're pretty short and stretched out. Right now, Hibike Euphonium is a couple seasons, and I've heard they even have a few movies. So, anyway, there's a lot of material to work with. Oh, I also did Violet Evergarden. Oh, I've got to get... eventually I'll get to their movies as well. I don't really do movies, but I'm trying to do more ones like as special treats occasionally. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Usually closer to some of the bigger holidays. My point is, I've blathered on way too long. We are about to dive into this series, and here's the background. Spring in the first year of high school, Kumiko, a member of the brass band in junior high, she's probably the one who plays the euphonium, right? Is it like a French horn? Is it like in the same kind of brass family? In junior high school, visits the high school brass band club with classmates Hazuki and Sapphire. There she comes across Reina, her former classmate from junior high. Hazuki and Sapphire decide to join the club, but Kumiko can't make up her mind. She recollects her experience with Reina at a competition in junior high school. Okay, so probably the first couple episodes, looks like we're gonna get some flashbacks to her in middle school, and then this is their first year in high school. So kind of the awkwardness of trying to fit in. Do you want to continue on the track that you were in middle school? Do you want to branch off and do something else? And that happened all the time. When I joined band, Drumline had come out the year before. So half the band in 5th grade, when we were 10-year-olds, basically half the band was drummers, snare drums. And then in middle school, those who went to my middle school, like a quarter of those, maybe less than that, continued on in band. And then those who stayed in band all 3 years of middle school, maybe continued on in high school. And then those who does continue in high school, maybe, went on all 4 years. And maybe went on to college. So there are, usually at the beginning, tons and tons of kids are interested. And then the number gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And it is incredibly rare for somebody to get introduced to an instrument really young and to continue that trajectory. Most people just move on or do something else or move on to other things. And I tell you, as somebody who was in leadership, I can tell you the frustrations, the angers, there were times I was like looking back in college, my kind of school career going, why did I stay? Why didn't I just do a sport? Why didn't I focus on, improving extracurriculars? Why didn't I do more, volunteer work? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? And, there's some frustration, angers, and there's a part of me that wishes I could have should have just let go. But I guess I had a hard time with letting things go, and I really was a stickler for loyalty. I guess my hope was that if we stayed, we could improve it. I don't know if that's a good trait of mine or bad. I'm hoping it's a good one. But, so I really don't know much about this anime. I know Kumiko is the main character. We're going to get a lot of Reina. We're going to focus on the other characters. I know that the cute band director I'm seeing in episode 4, at least he's in the thumbnail anyway, I think he's the new band director. And usually without fail, when there's a new band director, there's a lot of turnover. A lot of students drop for whatever reason, either because they were loyal to the old band director, or because they were like, you know what, it's time for me to move on. But there's usually, without fail, when a new band director comes, a lot less people return. I'm sure there's going to be other, drama stuff. So I've blathered on really long. My lighting, without fail, is a bit ridiculous. And I just... probably has something to do with the fact that, I am super pale. And, I have a white background. Probably should have gone with the dark background. Maybe we'll do that next time. Anyway, definitely bothered on way too long, about 10 minutes. So if you're watching my channel for the first time for anime, this is how I do it. Took a big fat page out of Tia Boo's book. So on YouTube, there is no sound, partial image keeps the copyright monsters mostly at bay, especially if the anime isn't airing around the same time. If I'm not reacting the same time it's airing. But if you want to watch the full version, there's a link below. The website is free. However, if you can't access it in your country for whatever reason, you can't follow along. Now, if an anime has a halfway point, for the most part, if I really need to kind of think and talk, I'll pause at the halfway point. I don't really do a countdown timer for that anymore because I just am lazy. So do your best. But for the most part, if there's a halfway point, I kind of pause as the commercial break, kind of talk about things if I need to, and then I'll go on with the rest of the anime. So, without further ado, let's finally dive into episode 1 of Sound or Hibike Euphonium. Welcome to high school. Kyoto Concert Hall. Ooh, they're probably waiting for... Oh, look at... They're so cute. They're in their little, middle school uniforms. That's cool. I mean, good for them. They got gold. That's amazing. Oh. So wait, if you got gold, does that mean that you might not go compete? Dud gold. So they got first place within a certain kind of thing, but they didn't go, they're not going to be able to go compete nationally or regionally. I don't think she's crying because of that. She's mad. Oh, here's Reina. Cute anime. Ah, so they're not going to nationals. Were you not meaning to say that out loud? Kyo Annie. Foot shots, really great, like, character, like, breath moment shots. And Gabi tears. Sound Euphonium. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, we're diving right into, like, time skip here. High school. And sometimes it takes literal in the high school. Relax, honey. I didn't grow until my full height and full anything until, like, junior year of my high school. Gosh, Kyo Annie animation, of course. It's so stupidly beautiful. Oh, all the clubs. Hey, join us. We did that too, because our school also had, like, the, where you sign up for classes and stuff. You could also, like, talk about students about the band. Oh, it's the concert band. Okay, I've heard good things about her. No! Oh, they're awful. So, they're out of tune and they're awful. Some of them look really appreciative, but obviously, oh, they are hopeless. Obviously, the girl with the music background knows how bad they are. Oh, there's the intro. Oh, I like this one already. I realized I didn't have a music mug, so yeah, I deal with our Moog. Okay, I'm guessing that's one of the other girls that hangs out. Big girl, little instrument. I mean, little girl, big instrument. There's her other main. Raina. I love how they have their names. Oh, gotta have rain scenes. The school sucked. The band sucked. That was one thing that was like my freshman year of college, when I went to band. That's cool. So the hope is like he'll inspire them to like move forward and work hard. But the biggest thing with also train of thought. Okay, so some other characters we're gonna see later on in the series. We've already been introduced to Reina. And so obviously this confirms that Kumiko is gonna be like in the band. Oh, that was nice. This is a fun intro. Oh, by the way, to show you how much. So right before, between my sophomore year and junior year, the marching band, my college got new uniforms. I got to keep my my Shako. It's a little dusty. Yeah, are awful. Oh, but when I went to college after I returned, I heard the high school band. And I went, "Oh my gosh, they sound awful." So it is interesting. Wow. And obviously, if she's from a middle school band, I'm out of focus. If she's from a middle school band that like went to like almost made it to nationals, then she would be able to, you know, have higher standards. I'm so out of focus, guys. Focus, focus. Ooh, serious teacher. Oh, she's fun. Ooh, rolling up the skirts. Oh, good to do. Is she gonna be a teacher that's in a lot of the series? I hope so. She's tough and like, but like she's probably has a soft heart. That's Hazuki, okay. So her name is Sapphire. Oh, why am I out of focus? Y'all, this isn't funny. I am horrifically out of focus. Dang. What the heck? She does it a lot, doesn't she? She speaks before she thinks. I am so out of focus. Man, this is probably a bad idea. Welcome to high school. Bass club, okay. So that was D, and another note that was Opal John? Something greener. Oh, so it's like a little like musical like Opal Johnson. It's Sapphire. No. So they're mascot characters. Okay, so her parents name her Sapphire, but she prefers Midori. Okay, so both of them have musical backgrounds. Little girl, big instrument, and then our other girl does not. Oh, she did, yeah. Hazuki's a pushy girl. So she was in baritone, and she put euphonium. Oh, so she's a sports girl. Guys, I am so sorry. This is what I get for having a white background. It's the lighting. So they're getting a chance to like try out the instruments. Oh yeah, I remember we did that too as well. You got a chance to like actual try out things. We tried so hard to pull in people that were like didn't have a music background at all. We were just desperate for like numbers. What is she doing? I'm gonna love her, aren't I? That's cute. A little bit English. She's pretty. If anyone knows how to make a character like pretty or kind of average looking or something, it's Kiyoani. How they do it, I can't tell you. Oh my gosh, she's fun. Are they third years? Is that why they have different color scarves? I love her. She is amazing. Bronze prize, their only medal. And they won only in the prefecture. Aha! Tuner. She's like, focus, focus. So she has a neck strap, so she must be, she plays a woodwind. It's just tuning, but it does sometimes, if it's done right, it does sound a little bit magical. Yeah, you can kind of hear it. Reina coming in. What is that noise? Sometimes it felt like that we would have to get them in as soon as possible, or they run away, or we lose them. I love her so much. What was that sound and that reaction to her? Yeah, then you know her. Yeah, you do. She's funny. Well, I was not a brass instrument. My dad played brass. I wanted to learn, but I never really had the chance to. Oh, guys, sorry. I'm trying not to be so washed out. Focus. Prefecture? Probably not. Oh, yeah. So both of them, Sapphire or I was gonna say Opal, Sapphire Midori, and oh, so that's how they do it. So Sapphire and then also Kumiko have. Notice how we have like it's like kind of like a mixture here. They've got people who are like focusing on music and practicing, but others just using band time as a way to hang out and just goof off. And we had that too, and that can be really frustrating when you have a band that's half like Sapphire who loves music and wants to play and wants to do well, and the other half who just don't have the heart for it. It's amazing. Good music's amazing. Yeah, and sometimes we're a little spazzy too. Oh, it's probably gonna have a great score. I mean, Keone always has a great score, but like, it's gonna have like music-based animes. Probably, I mean, phenomenal. I gotta focus. I'm so worried about the freaking lighting. Oh, halfway point. Clarinet and bass clarinet. I am actually gonna pause a little bit tuning there. I am gonna pause a little bit, mainly to fudge with my lights. Alrighty, my friends, I am definitely gonna have to indulge in a vanity light. This is driving me nuts. I was able to keep lighting so consistent when I was in New York, but back home, it's a constant battle. I can't seem to win. Anyway, let's focus here on terms of the halfway point. So, I was fighting with the light a lot, so I missed it a little bit. Oh, come on. See? This was happened. This is what happens. But I was fighting, so let me recap a little bit, because I was fighting with the light a lot. I might have missed some stuff. So, obviously, Kumiko and Reina went to school, were a band together. We're both in the brass section, so they probably interacted quite a lot. Even though they play different brass instruments, maybe not if they were in the exact same subsection, but they were in the brass section, so definitely interacted a lot, for sure. And, so Kumiko, there's some hesitancy there about joining. Sapphire's like, I'm here, I'm gonna join, all the way, for sure. The other girl, I'm already forgetting her name. It'll come to me. She has no band experience, but probably seems really excited about maybe joining something. You know, she's kind of made some new connections. Obviously, this is going to be kind of a really nice friendship group we're going to experience throughout the series. So that's going to be really nice to enjoy. And we're getting tastes of other characters that we're probably going to indulge in a little bit throughout the series. But it looks like this first season we're going to focus on Kumiko, her relationship with Reina, the band itself, the fact that they suck and maybe have to learn not to suck. Yeah, there's some other stuff. And when that, you know, when the new band director comes, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows if things are going to turn around? I mean, I'm assuming they are going to turn around and the band's going to get better. That's my hope anyway. But how they get there, it can be angsty and a little bit dramatic. And that's probably going to be painful for me to watch. And, but anyway, Kumiko seems hesitant to join. And she might want to try, you know, some new things. So, fighting with my lighting aside, I do apologize for those of you who clicked on what I've been working on as a rather nice thumbnail, and now you're dealing with funky, washed out me. Now, I have been playing with my editing software's settings to kind of make me look less washed out, but there's only so much I can do. And the camera does not like being super far away. I have to learn to play with some things. Anyway, let's keep going. I like the little kind of, I guess, is that a K in their in her little thing? What was that sound that she made? I'm guessing a much better. Oh, I've had one of those. They're actually pretty good. I like the sounds that she makes. Only a tall guy can pull that, like, move off. But that was last year, wasn't it? Well, now she's kind of mad. It kind of brushed her off in front of people. Okay, so he's an adjust to be, you know, what else am I gonna do? I guess he's not really a sports guy. And I bet she's a lot more like Reina, where she can't really... She's gonna join. She's gonna join. Because, bye. Way to brush him off. Yeah, it's a little confusing. Some half-hearted answers there. Kyo and he's really good, and part of it for their pacing is really kind of focusing on like simple body movements, like the way her feet would move, or the band, or kind of the way a lanky high school boy would do that, would go over the back of the bench instead of walking around. Just little things like that. They really have body language down really, really well. It's really cool to watch. What's wrong with her wearing a ponytail? I like her ponytail. So she's complaining to her plant about... I guess it's not a school known for their music. Oh, look at all those music books. I think she's a lot more like Reina than the boy. So he's listening to a junior high school, Good for her. She kind of had a guess for it. Good for her. She picked up on that. So this is our new... Oh, he's like cute messy. Like, school. Oh, I know this song. This is one of those really famous ones. This Offenbach? This is Offenbach, isn't it? Oh, that was her school! Her and Reina's. Oh, my laptop's about to die. Ah! Yep. Shoot. Dang. So he's listening to her school's performance. Ah! There we go. Been really good. So he's listening to her performance, like that school's performance. But like, why? Dang. Hair down today? Is her hair curly, or does it just have really bad, like, ponytail kinks in it? He's trying to teach her how to, like, blow through a mouthpiece. Oh, it's a tuba mouthpiece. I bought it? You just bought a mouthpiece? Oh, so she played a string instrument. I think. Contrabass, yeah. Oh, her sister used to play. Sorry, I'll stop now. Hey, she's doing it! Tuba's hard, baby girl. It's really hard. She did a good job. I guess what's one of the cool things, and I guess you could even do it with woodwind too. I didn't do it as much, is that you can do a lot of like practices and like other things with the mouthpiece without using the whole instrument. I probably should have done that more when I was in high school. Always the what ifs. She doesn't know yet, but she'll go with them. They're, oh. Sweetness is kind of infectious. Sorry not to. What are you doing? To be continued. Here's our outro duty. Oh, contrabass. It is a, yeah, that is a huge instrument for a little girl. Those things are huge. One of the few instruments you gotta stand to play. This outro is fire. So is our new instrument playing girl. It's kind of fun. Okay, this is, oh, we have different singers. So that the actual actresses? So that's interesting. You have, like, we're focusing not only on our 3 girls that we've gotten to enjoy, but we're also Reina, too. So she's obviously, again, these are the 4 really that we focus on this first season. And maybe we'll focus on some others the others have. Like bubblegum or cotton candy. And I guess it makes sense we're seeing a lot of the bass clef because she's a baritone, right? So she would use them. Okay, String of Fate. Why connecting those two? What is this anime gonna be? Oh, they're all connected. Oh no, they're holding onto the string. But those two are tied together. What a weird outro. Post credits? Oh, no. Okay. Okay, definitely had some really weird tech issues. It turns out that for my charging cable for my laptop, this part was not plugged in, so I plugged it in, but the other end was not also plugged in. But thankfully, due to the way that I'm able to record now, the editing a bit more high maintenance, but easier to deal with. And obviously, if there's some problems or some things missing, we'll deal with it in time. But I really like this anime. I think I'm gonna really enjoy it. I'm probably gonna have a lot. You know, for Your Lie in April, because I don't have a classical music background or a string background, I really didn't have too much to say musically. But because I have a wood instrument background, even though it's not brass, I do have more to say. But yeah, I wanted to bring down, I probably should not keep it up top because it's super dusty up here and on top of the, oh, I forget what this part's called. But yeah, this is my Shako from my pretty much my last year of marching band. Because I wanted to do it my junior year, but I had scheduling conflict. I couldn't do it. So, yeah. Kind of was perfect timing that the university was getting new uniforms. So for those of us who were in the band that year, we got to keep our Shakos. And I still wear my marching band shoes sometimes because they're really comfy, actually. But yeah, this is we were part of the hens, the blue hens. But yeah, this was part of my uniform. And there was a part of me, well, college, I look on a little bit more fondly than high school, because high school was like a nightmare for me because I was in leadership. And knowing me, if I stayed in marching band long enough, I probably would have ended up in leadership eventually. At least when it comes to movements and other stuff. The thing about university band, we were so big that it really did fall a lot on the student leaders to really make sure those sections were up to par, because when we all got together, we didn't really have time to focus on a section. Unless it was like we were focusing on, our sound as a whole, or something weird was going on, or cleaning up and fixing the marching, because we were part of a marching band. And we didn't do high step, we did roll step. So, if you really want to you really want to, like, have back problems, strap a tenor sax to your neck and only have it hanging from here. I ended up playing tenor sax my sophomore year of UD, so I own an alto and a tenor. And I haven't played either of them in, like, over 8 years. That's kind of crazy. I busted out my alto one time, and I let somebody borrow my tenor so that way he could be used some way. Oh, I name my instruments, so I'm wondering to see if we're going to see any of them mention, oh yeah, this is my clarinet Clarice. That's a bad name. But if you're like me, you name all your instruments. I like this anime. The animation is gorgeous. As always, the beauty of KyoAni is they really focus on those little, like, small moments. Whereas, not all, and a good animation, I'm watching Mob Psycho, and Mob Psycho focuses on body movements very differently, but it's sharp, but it's, like, and really dramatic, and kind of leans into, like, what animation can really do with the foreshortening and the grotesqueness and kind of the fun stuff. Eventually, one of my Anime Thursday animes I want to do is Aizukin, Keep Your Hands Off of My Aizukin, which I heard is an anime about anime. So I'm sure that's going to be really fun, and I've heard the style also is very, very different, probably closer to Mob Psycho. But KyoAni is known for these beautiful animations. They're known for focusing on, like, they have this weird, like, soft lighting. We have moments of, like, little feet kicking and stuff like that. The kind of beats where, where Kumiko, like, she got on her bed and she did, on her knees, 1, 2, and then plop, plopped, pulled out. The camera pulled out, and so pulled back, and we could see her on her bed. And so little moments like that of just twitches and kind of little things that communicate nervousness or goofiness or personality. So they are kind of showing and we know this already, but as an anime studio, they have a really good understanding of body movement, of how body, like, would move, what people do when they're nervous, when they're upset, how people can miscommunicate or misconstrue a moment. And of course in the writing and the acting as well, we see her how talkative she is when she's talking with the other people. And then when she's with that boy, I forget his name already, she's clipped and she's short with him because he embarrassed her last time they talked. And so she doesn't really want to talk to him because she's still kind of holding a grudge, because we girls will hold a grudge for forever and a day. But what's also interesting is that we kind of see her kind of pulled. We have these kind of people who are in band and not in band kind of excited, like, oh yeah, I want to join band because they had a really great experience. Or they're excited for something else. And you have the boy who's really not that into band, but he's like, what else am I going to do? Like, he's maybe not really big into sports, probably doesn't want to do sports because that's really, in his mind, it's even more time consuming than band is. Either the both can really be time consuming. But the way that she's obsessing over that moment in middle school and the way that she has so many music books, it kind of shows that she's probably more like Reina, who really, really takes things seriously and is very serious about, maybe not as serious as Reina about a music career, but definitely is serious. More serious than the boy is. So but she's trying to figure out, what she wants. So we're only finishing, day 2 of high school? So I guess we've kind of established that, yes, she's joining the band. It's official. But now we're going to see kind of, once she joins the band, what she's kind of dealing with. Because the band's not that great. They don't have a band director. So it looks like it's the student leaders, maybe the drum majors, who are kind of leading the charge, which can be very daunting for, like, a 17-year-old sometimes. And it can be a little frustrating, for sure. So that's going to be interesting. And, but eventually I already know he's going to be the new band director. As that's not only a surprise, but it'll be interesting to see how people, like, what will be his reaction to this band, because they're not very good. How will he treat them? He seems like a really soft, kind of cute, messy, soft-spoken guy, but it's always those you gotta be careful, because they're the ones, they won't yell at you, but they'll be very stern. They'll be like, hey, here and now, make your choice. What are we gonna do as a band? So I'm sure he's going to be more stern than he comes across. Especially if he's taking the time to, for whatever reason, listening to a middle school band's performance. Anyway, this anime I am sure I'm going to enjoy, and I'm sure there's many moments coming down the line that you're just like, oh, I can't wait for her to see this and this and this. Just don't spoil me on anything. And if there's anything that you're like, hey, I think you missed this or that, just let me know, because sometimes, because I'm dealing with lighting or other stuff, I might miss some stuff. So, but thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with enemies. Don't forget, we are also reacting for anime My Hero Monday and Mob Psycho Monday. As of right now, I still have to play catch up on Superman Lois, get that series finished out with the last 2 episodes. React to the first, as of now, 3 episodes of Stargirl, and eventually Supergirl's going to come back. That's a bit of a madness, and who knows what's going to happen with Retro React if I can ever find that Wonder Woman DVD. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies, and I'll see you next time.